You know what it is, man. You know what it is. So, let's get crack-a-lacking into this detail, man, because I would have lost a lot of money if I would have made that bet with you. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm gonna let you start it off though. Go ahead. What you got to ask?
Well, tell me, man. I mean, how'd you react to the fight? I mean, obviously, you said it was a 50-50 fight. You also said that, if you was leaning towards the KO, it was more on the Spence side. But in the end of the day, it was a shocker,
I
regardless
mean,
to everybody, in boxing.
that's what I
So talk to me.
was
What's your
saying. I
reaction?
told you if he take him in the deep waters and go like that long distance, if it go beyond 8, he was going to take it from Errol because he just got that natural ability, like freakishly natural ability. Like the whole fight, he fought southpaw. He made sure he fought that way purposely. Like he came with a game plan. Yeah, it was an upset, but honestly, all in all, it was a good fight. It was a good fight between two competitors. Like these aren't just no contenders. These are like prize fighters. I wouldn't even call them prize fighters because prize fighters to me is kind of like fighters who've been in the game and about to be on their way out. And now they just like come. Yeah, these are
These
the
are the
elites
elite.
though. They are the elites, and things like that is bound to happen. Upsets because you got two elite fighters going against each other, and you got some people rooting for one, some people rooting for the other. But at the end of the day, it's based off of who the smarter man, who was the better man at the end of the day. And it showed. Terrence Crawford, he came with a game plan just as well as Errol Spence, but Terrence, he came fishing for real. You know what I mean? He came fishing. He came with a little fishing net and everything. I said, okay. I see the looks. It's looking good. The outfit looked nice, but man, the talent shows it all. You know what I mean? He came with the answers to the problem.
Right,
You know?
right. There was obviously levels to this, right? But like gearing up, right? He comes in with the fishing net gear, right? And he walks in with Eminem. Like, talk to me. Like, what's
Man,
going
it
on
was a
in your
lot.
mind?
It was a lot. It was a hell of a lot. I really can't look at the show part of the business, but the business part, I think he put his work into his craft and his vessel, and stayed definitely like firm on being in shape. I can't take nothing away from him. I told you he a phenomenal boxer. Errol Spence, he always had problems with boxers. That's why I said one of the most unconventional fighters that kind of like made Errol fight at a faster pace was Kell Brook. He's a boxer. He's kind of like a boxer puncher, but more on the boxer side though. He's more like a boxer versus like a brawler or a big slugger or stuff like that. Like Terrence Crawford, he put you in the mind of better, Kell Brook, you know, and he
Right,
came poised. He stayed poised. Earl was bringing his hard shots, his pressure, trying to apply it, and he made sure that he wasn't rattled by all of that. He stayed poised, gave him a little brush off, get off me. You know what I mean? And he's making sure that his shots that was thrown was sharp. He was more of a sharpshooter. Earl, he was more of a brawler. I'm gonna hit you and you gonna feel it type of mentality. He did say, Bud Crawford, he said, when I beat him, everybody gonna be saying, man, he wasn't all the way there because of the car accident and stuff like that. Hell with all of that. You can't even bring that into the equation. I gotta be a realist because at the end of the day, this sport is one of the realest sports there can be. You know what I mean? It's me versus you, and
facts.
that's it. You got your corner, I got a corner, but it's up to us two to come out with the tools that we need to have and follow all the instructions that we need to follow and make it happen. It's between you and me. Your corner ain't in the
Hmm.
ring. It ain't like no WWE death match where I can tag somebody and no. It's you and me. That's it. That's why I say you really can't get no excuse to this. Yeah, I mean, Bud, he came, he was a sharper man, he was a wiser man, and obviously more in shape. shape man, you know, because Errol, you saw him depleting.
Yeah.
I saw Errol Spence depleting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times that can
Mm-hmm.
come from you psychologically losing faith in yourself, losing belief in yourself, because you got to realize you got the biggest guys that that's probably strong, but they only got one round, let something go wrong. Psychologically, they like, man, I can't touch this guy. I can't hit this guy. I'm getting winded. I got to find a new game plan, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't even got no new game plan. So at that point, everything is kind of like a downhill battle. They moving fast,
Yeah.
too
So
fast for this.
we got So we got overtraining or depleting your body and being too drained and too staying in the lower weight classes for too long. What did you see, and what did you see in round one when it was the fill out round and you started to see, like, because right away when I seen the fill out round, I was like, oh man, this is gonna get bad. Like, this is gonna get bad. I see the footwork difference. I seen when you trying to get into that straight line and there's like a little opening and you're just so precise on wanting to be able to take that shot. I seen precision. And I also seen that when we talked about fundamentally sounded fighters, everybody was talking about Errol being the Tim Duncan of basketball transitioning to boxing. But then when we seen Crawford, that when you too good, when you playing with your food, you'll
Uh-huh.
take your guard from here to here because your footwork is that good, and you want to be able to see everything. But obviously, when it came down to fundamentals in this,
Definitely.
Crawford, he went in his bag.
Definitely. Precision. Crawford was a better man when it came to precision punching. You know, I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting for Crawford to move a little slow coming in, like round one, round two. Like when I was actually watching, I said, "Ooh, it's going to start getting real juicy after round three, late three, round four." I wasn't expecting.
Also, you didn't even see it juicy at round two. You think that knockdown was like,
Right,
all
not right.
right, he
It
caught
just
him off
foot
guard type of
placement.
deal? Because he
Right.
hit him with
But
the
that was
2-1 hard.
like I said, he came in fighting Errol Spence from a southpaw off like because he's an unconventional fighter as well. Terrence Crawford, he can go both sides, but he went
Mm-hmm.
that way because the science of the sport. Like, okay, I'm gonna fight this way
Exactly.
because I know he's a sucker for this punch. This shot is gonna be open, so I got to be precision. Like you said, I got to be precise with this shot right here. I'm gonna work on it. And he's been working on it in the gym. It showed, you know,
Mm-hmm.
far as his pace, his rhythm, that was expected to be slow. It wasn't just like a fill out round for Terrence Crawford. It was like he gonna show me what I need to see. But for Errol, it was like I know he gonna apply pressure from round one all the way to the end. Eventually, he gonna fold him. He gonna break him, pressure bust pipes, and make diamonds. You know, so that's what I was on the mindset of. Like, all right, Errol Spence about to apply this pressure. Definitely, hands down. Round one,
Mm-hmm.
it started getting a
Um,
little crunchy. Then the knockdown happened. I said, all right, that was just some bad foot placement. He caught him like good timing. You know what I mean? He caught him coming in. He was squared off.
Perfect
His
timing.
feet wasn't really positioned how they were supposed to be. That wasn't even like a flash knockdown, like a knockdown that was like, hard. And it got his attention. Like, oh, I ain't see it coming, like a blindside shot. It wasn't one of those. It was just like, okay, a 2-1. You walked in while I was coming in. Bad foot placement. You just the velocity of it just pushed you down. It wasn't nothing that hurt you. That's what I was looking at when once he got up, Earl Spence. I was trying to see if his legs was going to be a little hesitant or tempted to wobble a little bit. So I'm like, all right, that really wasn't 10-8 round.